All right,
Yep.
finally. All righty, Caleb. All right, so we done fucked up the first time, so second time's a charm.
Right, right. We
All
finally got it.
right, introduce yourself for the people who don't know who you are.
All right, so Caleb Velasco or Caleb Armbender on Instagram. Check me out. From California, originally from Modesto. I currently stay in Sacramento, California.
Hmm.
North Highlands. Nobody. It's basically Sacramento. It's like uh, towards the Arden area. I've been arm wrestling for almost 3 years. This January 9th will be my third year competing. Yeah. 165 kind of is my walk around weight. Like,
Okay.
I've got to like 175, but that was like force feeding, like 100%,
Hmm.
I usually walk around, like I can make 55, 155 super easy, you know? Uh, I, I don't know. My body's just always been like leaner always like that.
You're like
Uh,
around 6 feet tall, right?
yeah, I'm like 6 foot, maybe a little more with shoes, depending. But so kind of, I guess you could say kind of slender for my height, kind of.
Mm.
I could be heavier, but yeah, I know we'll get into that a little bit later. But I could be heavier. I got things I want to do at this category.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah, I just got some notes jotted down here. Um, talking about the match here, I think it's funny that people are already writing you off a little bit.
yeah, yeah,
What's
yeah,
up with that?
yeah, man. I don't, dude. Joseph's a beast, bro. Like I don't know. It's fun. It's fun how that all happened. Like I was talking to him. I think it was almost a year ago we arm wrestled, and just like to bring it back how it all started. That was like a year ago. He was he's buttering me up. He's like yeah, this you're gonna smash me, and I don't do well with speed and stuff. Joe, super classy and stuff.
Yeah, he is super classy.
And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna be out there in California. King California comes along. He's there, and he actually, what a lot of people didn't know, there was a 0 to 150 class, and then there was a 151 to 165.
That's
I
weird.
couldn't. Yeah, it was kind of funky how they SoCal, they're doing some crazy stuff. I thought it was kind of cool, because there's a lot of smaller guys, like 140, 130 guys, you know. But anyways, he actually pulled the 0 to 150 and won the whole category. Like, just beat everybody.
Just
And then
easily.
yeah, just like easily, like not even. And then me, I could make 155, but 150 is that's cutting it kind of, for me.
Mhm.
So I pulled the 165, and he pulled that category as well. And mind you, we got Alan Fisher, we got like hella people, Kane Fontecchio, Will Klingman, like some of the top guys in California, like all top guys. And he was literally just just side pressure, just through everybody. And yeah, we got to pull. Uh, Sadly, he was a better guy, even though I fouled out. I believe he was a stronger guy that day, but it was kind of like that surprise factor, going into it. I really
Mhm.
didn't like. I was like, oh shit, kind of. But it was fun that there's that little bit of like history.
Yeah, you never know, like with Joseph, like when you first grip up with him, his hands feel very sturdy, very durable
Yeah,
and
yeah.
dense, but they're not very big. And then you think,
Right, right.
okay, I can do what I want, right? And then he
Yeah, yeah,
tenses up, and then you're like, oh shit.
yeah, yeah, bro. Fucking. Oh, well, my bad. Didn't mean to. Yeah, dude. He's a beast, bro. I'm
And
glad I
then,
glad I got the match. You
so
know.
what was your motivation behind coming over here for the match?
I
You
just
just wanted some action.
Yeah, I just wanted some action. There was, a little bit of history. We pulled each other before, you know, So that I don't know. I've been meaning to come to AZ. I missed the last AZ state. I was at the one the year before.
Hmm.
It was when Miguel had the super match with
With Fabian from Colorado.
Fabian. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah.
was a good match.
That was the year before. the year before this one, because this one just it was one that just passed. Yeah, bro. I don't know. It's a super cool, and you know, it looks like he doesn't really have much people that give him matches, you know, at that weight anymore. At least that one, I forgot his name. He was just in the comments. I think Martinez or something. His last name or something.
Oh, I don't know. Is it from Arizona?
Yeah, he's from Arizona, but him and Joe used to be like rivals, you know, like going back and forth. But it just seems like now, like, you know, Joe just set himself apart from a lot of the lightweights in Arizona, you know.
Yeah, there. I think you're talking about Kirby. He's a bald guy, right?
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
bald.
and
He has like
yeah.
thicker
So they
hair.
used to go back and forth in the beginning, and then Joseph just got way too good, way too fast.
Yeah, man. That because that surprised me a lot too. Because I was watching a couple videos and you know Kirby was looking like, or was it Kirby? You said?
Yeah, we just call him Kirby. This is
Oh,
nickname.
Kirby. Yeah. Yeah, bro. But the progression is real. You know, it's been 11 months, and like I said in the comments, I know he's gotten stronger. Obviously, you know
Yeah, and so have
especially
you.
you know, especially him. You know, he's always just fucking just hitting that shit, always in the gym or doing something. You know, Joe.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro. Right now I'm just maintaining. I got practice tomorrow. Uh, couple things coming up before the match, but just you know, exciting times for sure. You know.
Yeah, I was reviewing
Right.
some of your videos with you got your low hand top roll thing, and you kind of go like you kind of wind up a little bit. Do you feel
Yeah.
like is that how did you develop that style? Did you kind of just naturally do it from the beginning?
That was it was. I hate to say it like this, but like it was actually an injury, but this injury has no effect on me today at all. Like, you know, but it was like 2 years ago. I like tweaked my wrist a little bit, and then I was just I couldn't really contain so much outside of the straps
Mm.
because a lot of the way I'm pulling is just the bottom strap.
Yeah.
Derek Smith, he calls it the power strap at the bottom. You know, and I'm just using my lat a lot to open my opponent's bicep, you know, his arm. So that was just a lot of me just practicing in the straps a lot, just developing that. Kenny Hughes, rest in peace. He kind of sets up a little bit like that, kind of, you know, with his with his shoulder kind of like tucked in, you know, similar. But for me, that was default for me, you know, because at first I was originally like posting more, you know, but I had that small little tweak, and it just kind of like forced me into that. And a lot of the guys that I'm arm wrestling, they're trying to hook me anyways. You know, they're coming across the table
And
trying to
that's a
come at me.
direct counter to the hook.
Yeah.
Which
So
is
it was
I'm finding it kind of surprising that people are kind of downplaying you so much when your technique is actually the counter to how Joe
right,
plays.
right. Yeah, and it's very interesting because I'm super humble in that regard. Like it's interesting the type of style he has. It's good for my style depending on his explosivity. You know,
Hmm.
like because he like I've pulled guys like him, you know, like he's kind of like the Kevin Palco's like, well, from what I see, then again, I'm also using it from what I pulled him for, you know. He could have changed, you know, Joe could have just completely changed everything, you know, the whole setup, you know, but from what I felt 11 months ago, he was more of like not so much catching, but he wasn't so much offensive, you know, because
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he's trying to protect his hand, you know, which you should. He's protecting his hand, you know, so he wasn't so much like offensive. He would just kind of like control, you know, like that, you know. And the point I was trying to say was that like now I've pulled guys that have the same similar inside style, but they're like super fast, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
like pop super fast, and that gives me trouble, you know, like getting me on the jump, you know, because I use my fast twitch ability, you know, and I try to at least, you know. So it'll be
What's
definitely interesting to see the
what's the deal
speed.
with Alan Fisher? How's that guy that fast?
Dude, I don't
I
know,
just
man.
don't understand it.
I don't know, dude. It's crazy how strong that guy is, bro. It's crazy. Like you either gotta have like just a crazy ass amount of side pressure, you know, or because you're not gonna out top roll him. It's super hard to. It's super hard to
And
get around it.
he has like twice the size of hand as normal.
His fucking hand is just
But he
crazy, dude.
doesn't. I've heard he doesn't put a lot of pressure on his hand, like in his fingers.
Yeah, he kind of floats almost.
That's so
Like
weird.
he kind of like floats his hand. But like what happens is like everybody runs into his like because his cup is super good as well. You know, everybody thinks it's a combination of pronation together, but his cup is so well, and they just run into those fingers, bro. And then
Huh.
once you run into the fingers, it's like your hand like buckles under. Everybody tries to go out. It seems like they don't want to. They don't want to go inside because a lot of the times going inside, I don't know. It's kind of weird to say that going outside with Allen, you'll lose slower than than you do if you go inside. You know, I don't know. It feels that way at least because I got the opportunity to pull him twice competition. I'm not a hook puller by any stretch of the idea, you know. But I'm like, bro, I cannot fucking like I'm gonna protect, you know. But when the ref said go, I kind of just like went to the side, like my wrist like went flat, you know. And I was able to like slow his like I kind of like surprised him because he didn't expect me to just go to the side. He expected me to try to battle his hand.
Mhm.
So he kind of like surprised him. But yeah, bro, you know, call it what you want, false start, but that dude is fast switch.
He's something else, man. He's the next level.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Let's roll into this, man. So I mean, you said you got involved in arm wrestling around 3 years ago. How did you
3 years
how did
ago,
you discover arm wrestling?
I was what was I? Well, I was probably like watching some.
Like
I think
Larry
that was
Reels or something? YouTube?
Juji actually.
Oh, okay. When he was
Juji
on
had
that,
Devin. Yeah, Devin was on. Yeah, Devin was on there. And I saw Devin. I was like, what? And then he, I think his channel was in the link or something.
mm,
And the next thing you know, I'm getting suggested for like matches with him and Michael Todd. That was around like 2018 because I was watching it a little bit before I started like pulling, you know. And I don't know, something just caught my eye, bro, about his ability to arm wrestle left and right, you know, because being a new guy, I'm thinking it's just one arm, you know. I'm thinking like, you know, that there's lefties, but mostly, you know, it's just right hand, you know. And I see him, he's pulling multiple people, you know. They're like, oh, you know, he's the best, both arms, you know. I don't know, it really caught my attention, you know.
and how'd you? So that piqued your interest initially. So how did you like? Did you like Google some groups, or how did you get connected with everybody?
Yeah, no, I was chilling with a couple friends, and they're like, bro, like you watch this shit like a lot. Why don't you try to?
Yeah, just go ahead
Why
and
don't you
do
try?
it.
Yeah, why don't you try to do it? You know. And so I just went on Google, just like you said. Went on Google. I put arm wrestling. I put arm wrestling near me, or something like that. Just something random. And then a Facebook page. It said like NorCal arm wrestling or so, just something like that. And I just tapped on it, bro. Bro, I was so surprised at how fast like it was happening. You know, because in my head, you know, I don't know this sport. You know, I'm thinking it's gonna take a second to even like
Get
get
acquainted with
involved.
everything.
You know, but knowing now how welcoming everybody's like, oh, bro, like this Sunday, bro, here's the address. You know, like just come
Yeah.
through. You know. So I was like, damn, damn, this fast. This shit is moving quick, you know. But mind you, it's a kind of funny story. I was arm wrestling with my brother a little bit, like just seeing videos on YouTube, just arm wrestling a little bit. So we thought we were strong, you know, like we had that same mentality, oh, bro, these guys better be hella strong, like there better be some like huge, like these guys better be like these guys better be something special, you know, in our heads. And then we get there, bro, and it's just instantly, you know, it's not what you think. You know, the smallest guy in the room is just wrist curling you, you know, like,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, and I didn't stop. You know, there was, you know, they poke at you like oh, like we'll see in a couple months if you're
Yeah.
really like,
How long this guy
yeah,
lasts?
yeah. We'll see, bro, because everybody liked it too. You know, everybody loved it too. You know, and fuck, you know, 3 years later, bro, I actually didn't. So I started January, but I didn't compete until July. And a lot of people do like to say, your first tournament is kind of like your birthday. You know, that like they're like, oh, well, your first tournament's when you first start arm wrestling. Technically, you know, that's what they say.
Yeah.
So I guess if we get technical, this July would be 3 years, but I've been practicing on the table you know, since January 3 years ago.
And so when you were a beginner, how did you kind of like digest all this information? Like what did you kind of think of this whole thing? Like after that practice where you're like what the fuck, you know, like how did you did you like almost like try to strategize your like path?
I don't know. I guess I was kind of lucky. I had a good team to surround myself. Not, you know, a lot of the guys in NorCal are kind of like not as active as they used to. You know, they're active, they're still, but not as much as, you know, your guys in the East Coast and stuff like that, you know, but I'm lucky I had a good team. So my thought process, I was just like, you know, I kept on hearing it's a marathon, bro. So
Yeah.
I didn't expect like fast strides, you know, and I haven't really did much sports like in my background, like my uncles wrestled and stuff, but I didn't really wrestle or nothing like that. So I didn't really have that, because a lot of people they stir themselves away because like they're like, damn, like I'm not getting good hella fast. Like I want to see results, you know. So they kind of like, you know, kind of push themselves away from a sport that they can't progress hella fast. But I never really competed in sports, so it's like the slow paced progression. It didn't really like throw me off.
You
You know,
never had like a reference to like
yeah,
all that.
right. So I was like this, you know, going to practice, seeing all my boys. This shit's fun. You know, it doesn't.
Yeah.
You know, and it just eventually came. I did the whole like everybody does. I did the whole flop wrist for a minute. Yeah, I did
Yeah,
the
fuck flop wrestling.
yeah. I was doing all the ugly shit. You know, I was and then one day but I've been training with him for a minute. But one day he just like really like he saw I kept coming. He saw the persistence. You know, like I guess so. And his name, you know, Mike McGraw. He was like all right, bro. Like look at your arm, look at your hand. He's like, what are you trying to do? Press? Like, why are you trying to press? He's like, you're built for a top roll, you know?
Yeah,
He's like,
100%.
why, you know, why are you not using the tools that you got? You know, and Mike McGraw in California, he's like the top roll guy, you know, like Allen, like him and Allen, who used to have like top roll battles, you know, like that's the level of hand he had, you know. I'm not saying he was better than Allen, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's the level of top rolling. So he really knew that particular angle, you know. So, anyways, make a long story short, I couldn't really find power there. You know, in my head, I'm like, wow, like, how do you get power in a pronated position? I just couldn't find power there. Like, it just seemed like every time I would like pull back, it just, you know, and it just eventually came, you know. The reason why I brought that up is because like a lot of people, like nowadays, like I haven't been arm wrestling for that long, but I see it though. Like I see guys at practice and top rolling just comes hella fast, you know, for some people, you know, but I don't know, it just didn't come so fast for me. So it took about like maybe like 8 months, 8 or 9 months before I felt like strong top rolling. You know?
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like when I started hooking, like I kept going over and over and over, you know, little by little. It took me a year and a half to understand, like, okay, this is finally starting to feel where it needs to feel. And it's like, it's a year and a half, you know.
Right.
In the beginning, I'm just like, fuck it, I'm a top roller, you know.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll just lose 50% of my matches, you know.
Right. You're like, fuck it, yeah.
And so how do you guys structure your practices over there in California? I'm curious to see, like, if in Arizona and other states, like we all kind of just go full retard during practice, or does yours have some structure to it?
I'll say this, bro, and I don't know, like I'm a really transparent person, you know, and I haven't got the whole like the social media like whatnot. I don't know, so I'm just gonna say it the way my point of view, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and a lot of the arm wrestling practices in NorCal, they're kind of like scrambled around, if you will. You know, we have a Sacramento practice, we have a Turlock practice, and I like Livermore. I get confused if the Bay Area is even NorCal. But anyways, the point is that like we're kind of jumbled. Whereas like in San Diego, like, you know, San Bernardino, Orange County, that area, they have like, you know, oriented practices, and not that ours aren't oriented, but like they have a lot of young blood that are like super motivated to learn actual arm wrestling, you know. Whereas like a lot of the guys here in NorCal, they're already established. They've kind of quote unquote done everything they wanted to do in the sport, you know. And so they kind of, you know, they're just kind of like, I'm just coming to practice just to like, you know, come to practice, I guess you could say. You
Kind
know,
of like a maintenance thing for them.
yeah, exactly. Kind of like a maintenance, you know, there's only about like 5 guys in NorCal, maybe not 5 guys, but like super small amount of guys that actually come to practice to work on like, you know, particular things for maybe a match, a tournament or something like that, you know, whereas in SoCal, like you see that like so much more, you know. So like a lot of people practice on their own. The whole point I was trying to say to bring it all around was that like NorCal, there's a lot of secluded arm wrestlers. So they don't, a lot of the guys, they're scrambled around and they just arm wrestle by themselves, or sometimes you'll have like, you know, big practice where everybody comes through, but not really so much, you know.
Mhm.
I don't know, it's hard to explain, you know, everybody's kind of like all over the place, you know.
It seems like naturally people have a preference for certain people, and then they train with those people, and these people don't train with these people, and it
Right.
also I think has to do with distance, because I mean California is a huge state.
Yeah. I was just thinking that when you said that, that's a big reason, because people. So it's another thing. People when they're like, "Hey, bro, like you practice with Alan and Derek, all right, or you practice like I can, you know what I mean?" But bro, Alan is 8 hours away from me.
They don't realize how big
Literally.
California is.
Like bro, I'm talking like 8 hour drive, bro. Like or you know, you could fly. It's like 3 or 4 hours. You know, like it's huge. California is huge. You know, so like I don't go to those practices, and you know, so a lot of the times the tournaments are there as well. And you see the guys over here in NorCal, they're like, oh, like I'm not trying to go all the way, you know, 7-8 hours and just
Hmm.
return back around, come back, you know, and this long trip. And it kind of like I said, you know, there's not a lot of young blood that has that motive, you know, because a lot of the guys in NorCal, they've already been to nationals, they've already been to Arnold's, they've already been to, you know, so they're like, I'm not gonna travel 7 hours just for you know, tournament in San Diego, you know.
Yeah, I mean
Nothing,
it takes a lot of
you
time
know.
and it takes a lot of money to, I mean, keep going all these distances and practicing all these tournaments too.
Yeah.
So when you're not at practice, I mean, how do you arrange your when you're training by yourself? Everyone has their own like exercises, whether it's like the Todd Hutchings one or
Right.
do 100 reps of this and 100 reps of that. What do you do?
Mm,
How do you structure everything?
I I get a lot of table time. I train as well, but I'm like 80% of my arm wrestling is mostly table time. I try to
Just
like
like
arm wrestle.
applicable stuff.
Yeah, just what I work stuff though. Like we don't like we'll work particular angles. You know, if I'm
Mhm.
a lot of times I've been like working my hook trying to, you know, if it's not gonna help, but
You just got to keep
I
hammering away.
you know, you
You
still
really
gotta
do.
keep yeah, you just gotta still keep working those angles, you know. I probably do, I'll say pull-ups is probably, I know everybody says that, but pull-ups is yeah, ropes, uh just bands. Like I'm not really huge on handles, believe it or not, you know. Like it's not that I don't like they don't not that I'm saying like, oh, they don't work, or I'm like I don't know. I haven't really got a pulley and like really start working the handles.
Mhm.
Like I rather use like ropes or towel pull-ups, you know, weighted pull-ups. Uh I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
like
That's
what
just how I've
it's
always
like what
been.
John Berzink said. It's like John Berzink would say, "Why would you choose a handle over if you have access? It's like just somebody can come over and kind of work your angles because
Yeah.
you know if you're doing this, but you need to do this as well. You know, there's no handle in the world that can do everything that you need it to do.
Right. Yeah. Your base will get super strong, you know, but he was saying that's like it's too mechanical, you know. There's you know, it's like you're either going this direction or that direction, you know.
Yeah,
Whereas in a match, there, you know, it's multiple angles at a time, you know.
yeah,
But that being said, I don't. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I don't do like training in particular. Like there was a time where I was hitting bench press hard. Not that it really matters for arm wrestling. But
Mm.
bench press, overhead, just really staying consistent with just working out in general. But I don't know. I stopped, like, my fucking elbows and shit. Like, I'll do JM presses and stuff like that, but I just do arm wrestling oriented stuff. Just
Yeah, I feel
training
like
on tables.
you can go hard on one or the other, but you can't go hard on both.
Right. Yeah.
It's like if you go hard in practice, you're fucked for working out in the gym. And if you work
Yeah.
hard in the gym, you're fucked for practice. It's like you just
Yeah.
gotta pick one. And why would you pick the gym over practice if you're in that, couple years in anyway?
Right. No, that's 100%, bro. And it's about intensity. People, they're like, I can't arm wrestle. Like, I arm wrestle every other week, or that's the most people. It's just intensity. It's just how much you're arm wrestling, or how much,
Mhm.
if you're doing ready goes, and you're like, red lining every single practice. You can't, you're not going to do 2 practices a week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're going to be so, destroyed.
And
But
so how many times do you pull per week?
I try to do at least twice. I try.
Twice a
Try to
week.
do at least twice. Yeah.
Do you have your own kind of group of people that you kind of get together with?
Yeah. It's actually a funny story. My supervisor at work actually arm wrestles.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Did you get him into it?
He actually arm wrestled. He's been arm wrestled about like a year before me. He actually got into Nick Postal actually got him into it.
Okay.
Actually.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it was it's funny how that worked. But we're always gripping up and stuff. So I always try to, like, I have a practice, and then I have like a day where we're just probably just gripping up or just working on
Mhm.
stuff, table at the house or something like that. And we usually have good practices, like at least 10 guys, 8 to 10 guys at least on like Saturdays. I try to practice at least every single week. For
Nice.
me, at least. A lot of people do, they rotate once every other week, or but that's just how I've always
And
trained.
the guy you mentioned that you're going to bring with you, Casey, is that his name?
Yeah.
He's one of your boys that you practice with.
Yeah. He's a beast, bro. He's coming up, man.
Yeah, let's talk about Casey for me, because
Coming
I
up.
set up this match. I mean, it's confirmed with Matthew, and I don't know anything about this guy. So I mean, he's about a year in, you said?
Yeah, he's about like a year, but maybe like 10 months to a year, like maybe a little more than a year. But bro, he's hella strong, dude. Like hella strong. I didn't get to. I think I saw Matt, or maybe met him one time at the AZ State. I think I met. I don't think I felt Matt at all though.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's an interesting match. Like Casey got a really big hand.
Okay. How tall is he?
Like 6 foot, maybe 6'1", maybe.
Oh damn, that's a big boy.
Yeah, he's a big old boy, dude.
I mean, you got 360 when you can use that weight. I mean,
yeah, no, he's definitely a beast, man. He's been I want to say, like, I don't know, he's been to a good amount of tournaments. I lost track, maybe like 4 or 5, maybe.
nice.
But
Okay. And how's he done?
He's pulling Amis, but he's gotten first on like the majority of them.
Okay.
I would say like he's one of the top up and comers in Cali. You have a couple in SoCal. I'm talking in terms of like, not pro, but like, amateur level.
Yeah.
Kind of like breaking into that, low level pro category.
Yeah, kind of like entry level pro, where you're just like, okay, I'm gonna go off the deep end finally.
Yeah.
When did you make the decision to compete solely in pro?
I don't know. Maybe it's like a Cali thing, but we always say, like it's I might get a lot of flack for this, but they say pull until they kick you out.
Yeah. When people are like, "Hey, this guy again."
Yeah. So that's literally what they said. And I kind of arm wrestled to a point to where like the promoters, not promoters, whatever, the head referees, whatever, promoters, they're just like, okay, like I think it's time, gave me that look, like all right, I'm not gonna lie, it was probably maybe like a little bit before this year. Like not this year. Oh well, shit. We're in 2023 now. But basically, I'm 2020, kind of a little bit before 2020, like the end of
Hmm.
2021 was like when I really started like, okay, you know what? I'm not pulling AMs at my weight anymore. You know,
Yeah,
like I might try to be funny and like pull supers amateur,
yeah,
amateur
just for
super,
the hell of it.
just just to do it or something like that, But I even got like a little bit of flack for that too, Uh,
And how
you
was
know,
it like your first pro tournament? Like, was it? Were you surprised? Were you kind of almost relieved, or what was your
uh,
thought process?
it happened so quick, like because I think back at it now and I'm like, because before I did start pulling pros, I was thinking like, damn, what is it gonna be like, placing in pros, even if I get fifth or
Hmm.
fourth, what's it gonna feel like, And it just happened so quick, like now I'm thinking like damn, you know. But I think a lot of the mixture, I found my optimal weight. A lot of people when they tend to pull, like if you're not dedicated to it, then I believe weight class arm wrestling is like the way to go. Unless
Hmm.
unless you're just like 100% like committed, and you're just training and just you don't really care about your weight too much, but I truly believe, this is my opinion, but I truly believe that weight class arm wrestling when you first start is like a good way to go. I mean,
You
I know some
mean,
people can't
what
like
do you mean exactly by that? You mean like if you're closer to like a more of a lower weight, you cut down and go on to that one?
right. Not nothing like crazy, like obviously within reason. Like if you're, so for example, like I have this, give my boy a shout out, my boy Eric, Eric Linville. He's 6'6", right?
Damn.
But he's like super new, and make a long story short, he's 250 or like 245 walking around, but he could be that 220, 230 guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And actually, or maybe even a 205 guy, like, and be, give himself a little bit more like motivation or something to like have a goal,
Yeah, cut some weight and
whereas,
cut some body fat.
yeah, exactly, get more tone. And whereas like, I don't know, maybe it's a, like a big part of like trying to keep them motivated, because they jump into that category. Because for example, you have those guys who are 240, right? And they jump into the category, and you got Derek Smith, or you got guys like that guy Casey, like
Hmm.
these 400-pound monsters. Yeah, it's amateur, but these guys are like so much bigger than you in that regard. And
Yeah,
maybe for him it's kind of like an outlier because he's super tall, so that's an advantage,
yeah.
But a lot of times, point I'm trying to say is that you see that a lot. Like you see a guy that's 250 and he's like kind of like a shorter guy, whereas he could be a 198 or 220 guy, and definitely start, you know, making waves. And you could look at that in different ways. Some people look at that at like a little like scrutiny towards it, like why cut weight, why you got to cut weight, and
Hmm.
and stuff like that, but it's always been a part of sports. You can't deny that it's part of sports, and that's,
Yeah, if you can do it, and I mean, if you're pretty close, why not do it?
yeah. Like
Well,
I
I mean,
won't cut for a local tournament, not nothing local. Like if it's serious, I'll cut,
mhm.
for sure.
Yeah, if it's initially I thought like, um, what's the point of cutting weight? Just be better.
Yeah,
But
yeah, 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 yeah,
but if you're
yeah,
just,
yeah,
depending on who you train with, like when I went into 242 class in Colorado, I was like 230 or something like that. And
yeah.
it's like, if you're prepared, you're prepared. You know what I mean?
Right,
Just
right.
because a guy is 10, 15 pounds heavier, that doesn't mean anything. But if you're a super and you're 250 and the guy's 300, that's way too much. That's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
huge
yeah,
difference.
yeah.
I mean, I
And
competed in supers in Colorado for fun. And what's that really good guy in California? He's left hand super. Tony Tomlinson.
Tony,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
he was my first match left. I was like, dude, you're gonna have to take it easy on me. I just did it for
Oh,
fun.
yeah, bro.
He's like, I can't promise you anything. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, exactly, and like that's a good example, like how tall are you?
Around 6 feet tall.
Right. So, but see, 6 foot, like that's a reasonable height though. Like for example, if you were like 5'6", 5'7", then it would be like more, then it'd be like, okay, like I think your walking weight could be lighter, because you have like
Yeah,
smaller frame, you know. But
exactly. Yeah. I mean, if you have extra body fat, that fat is not really doing anything, I don't think.
yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, man.
So when do you think, let's say, because we have a lot of new guys in Arizona, especially who watch, some of these, and when do you think an amateur going into the sport, he has their first practice, when should they compete in their first tournament, do you think?
Mm. Um, my answer is like it's opinion based, 100%. I'm a new guy myself as well. We'll always be students to the game, and I think you should hit tournaments as soon as possible. Like I don't know, that's just me, man, because I feel like I contribute. Like that's another thing, bro. Like I will say that, like even though I don't train handles probably as much as like guys typically would,
Hmm.
I hit tournaments a lot, and I believe that competition experience, like it closes gaps, bro. Like it makes a difference, the ability to, you know, when you find a cadence and you find your start and that experience that can't be mimicked. I mean, you can't replicate that, as I'm trying to say. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, exactly. Unless you're doing ready go practice with a bunch of different
Right.
people during practice.
Right. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. And I believe that's what will make you like the strongest, like I see a lot of arm wrestlers out here in California, not a lot. I'm not naming any names. It's just some guys are like, nah, man, like I want like 2 years, before I compete my first
Yeah,
tournament. I was like,
it's a confidence thing.
and I'm like, and then I understand that, and I'm not trying to like push them into it, They're like, okay, I might get injured, gotta, or something like that. I gotta work, whatever, I understand that, you know, but I just feel like that's the way to get better, bro. Like I don't think practice, like especially when you're at that level,
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
like like I would say like 6-7 months, maybe like I would say in the 6 to 8 months range. I
Hmm.
think you should be starting to hit tournaments. I think if
Yeah,
you're hitting
I agree.
if you're hitting practice frequently, every week. I think 6 months, 8 months, that's enough. I think you don't got to
I
jump into open category right off the
I
bat.
agree with you.
You know,
Were
you know?
we? Um, what would you think is your most memorable match that you had so far?
My most memorable match.
Yeah, or you got a loss
Oh
or a
man.
victory?
Uh, well, two, right? So one win and then one loss. Maybe I'll switch. Add a little fraction to the question. So the one win was John Dabo. Everybody knows John Dabo.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, that guy's awesome. He comes in with the Trump
Yeah,
hats and everything. That's awesome.
bro. He's super cool though. Like I'm not gonna lie. Well, people like, yeah, he did the, he didn't. He actually pushed Scott and then Scott punched him or whatever.
Yes.
Like anyhow, he's super cool dude. Like, I've been to his house, practiced with him and stuff like that. But anyway, we had a match. It was in San Diego. He stays in Hollister, kind of like SoCal area. Um, Mind you, he did. I'll be honest, I'm super humble. He had a super match before the match. I think he had like both arms, but this was right-handed that we pulled. And I think we would be a good match anyways. That's a different story. But I ended up beating him. But dude, like during the match, like I'm talking like, bro, like he was like, oh, you fucking like loser. You feel like just like you're fucking weak. Like you're fucking weak. You like just
He
crazy. Like
dials
like
it up.
like going crazy, like turning it up a little more, than I could, you know. And mind you, I ended up winning, and I like pressed him, and he kind of like the way he kind of lost, it looked like he kind of like tweaked his arm or something like that. It was like a really like big deal. Like the referees, like everybody stopped. They
Hmm.
thought like maybe he like tore something or maybe like possibly broke something or something like that. It was like super dramatic. You got, I would have to send it to you, but that was one of my most like memorable ones, you know,
Mhm.
just in terms of like exciting, like, you know, like exciting, crazy, like, you know.
Because it's something like it's we all know who he is, and it's like finally getting
Yeah,
that
yeah,
match.
yeah. So that was like probably the most memorable in terms of being wild, entertaining, but the most memorable in terms of like, in my opinion, like showing my level, I guess you could say. And you know, this could be, you know, people take this however they want to take it, you know. But the match I had with Kevin Palco, you know, ranked number 5 in USA at 154.
Mhm.
I think he's number 5 both arms, I think. But our match was left arm. I think he's actually, you could double check for me, but I think he's ranked higher left or one of the two. But
Let's
he's
see.
top 5 in the USA. I know that. At the time, you know, we pulled June. So was that what? Was that 5 months ago?
Something like that.
Yeah, like
And he's 154.
yeah, 154, Kevin Falco. But yeah, my match with him was
Yeah,
probably my most.
he's number 5 right hand and
Yeah.
number 8 left hand.
Oh, okay. Well, number eight. Yeah. Yeah, dude's he's similar to Joe, believe
Yeah,
it or not.
what Joe is to biceps, that guy is to forearms.
Yeah.
They're just freaks.
Literally. Yeah, dude, and like frame wise, you know, similar. Like just loves it when it goes inside. Just you know, that's their world, you know, inside puller. But no, with him, bro, like, you know, call it what you want, because the reason why I say that, I gotta say it, I'm super transparent. The way Kevin arm wrestles, you know, like, he's super known for catching. Like,
Hmm.
I don't know what it is, bro. He just always just catches, like you know, and like that could be, you know, you could take that in like any type of way you want. Like, for example, you could say like, oh well, you know, Kevin kind of catches, you know, so like that's I don't know, man. Maybe I'm thinking too much about what people say, but uh,
Yeah, I don't.
you know,
Some people,
it's a
catch. Some
different
people pitch.
story.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Pitches
yeah,
and
no, it's
catches.
I'm going too off into, you know. Anyways, it was a super good match, bro, and I think it, because it was nationals. You know, it was at nationals. I made 154. I think I got like fifth or something. I didn't place, but dude, it was 20 people, bro. It was like 20, maybe like 22 people or something
I
like
mean,
that.
there's 22 people in your class.
Yeah, yeah, dude,
That's a lot of people.
it was huge. It was at least 20. I think right was like 20 and left was like 17 or 18 or something like that. Or I think left
Mhm.
was more or something like that. Like it was like just a lot of people, just like a
I
lot of
mean,
people.
Kevin won the whole thing.
Yeah, Kevin won left or he won right. I know Michael Hahn won, like, because it was super surprising. Like there was a super big upset that day. You know, Mike, have you ever heard Michael Hahn? Have you heard of him?
Michael Hunt? No, I haven't heard of him.
Yeah, he's like a super strong lightweight from Texas, I believe. Kind of like historically kind of like the number one guy in the lightweight category.
Hmm.
Uh, super beast. Like they describe him like the way they describe Joe. You know, like he's like a super heavyweight. You know, like just super strong. And that day he like blasted kept like, you know, I use that word blast. He flashed him. You know, and just like, you know,
Hmm.
Kevin likes, you know, the way he particularly sets up his
He tried to
start.
catch him, and he got pinned as he was
Right,
trying to catch him.
right. You know, but it wasn't like you were like, oh shit, well, you know, that was a surprise, but you know, it's Michael Hahn, so like it's not too surprising. But you know, so I think Michael won right, and I think Kevin won left, or maybe Kevin won right and Michael won left, or something like that. I know that, but yeah, Kevin won the whole thing, and he ended up going to IFA Worlds. I think he like beat a couple people. You know, he did pretty well. Um, but the whole point of like, it was memorable because it let me know like maybe top 15, maybe, you know, maybe even top
Mm.
20. It just let me know like, okay, it gave me an idea. You know, it doesn't mean I'm top 8. You know, I didn't think of it like that. It meant that I somewhat belonged, I guess you could say, in my mind. You know,
Yeah,
it
it's
made
good.
me
It's good validation when you arm wrestle somebody who you think who is at a high level, and you're like,
right.
oh shit, I can almost like hang with this
Like,
guy a little bit.
yeah. You know, and I say that lightly. You know, I don't. You know, I'm not trying to like I'm on Kevin's level, because people that don't know Kevin, bro, like he is a badass arm wrestler, bro. Like I'm talking like wins over the like some of the best, literally. Like
Mm.
like he's had his matches with Amita from Georgia, like literally the top guys in the country. Because Amita's ranked. It's funny because he's from Georgia, but he's ranked in the U.S. at number 2. Amita
Okay.
at 150, at 154, 155 or whatever. And Kevin actually has wins on him.
Nice.
Like wins on like crazy strong ass dudes, bro. He's a super legit arm wrestler, like super legit. He's been arm wrestling for a long time too.
And who are you gunning for besides Joseph? I'm looking at the list right now of 154. Who's your? Because you're not on this list yet, are you?
154?
Yeah.
No. I supposedly, and I say this just to, have hope or whatever, but I guess because they don't do top 20, they do top 15 or whatever, or they'll do like a top 15, and then there's like the asterisk like at the name of the bottom there's like a number 16 that's not, he's just recognized, like if you see in the rankings, like there's like named at the bottom, there's like a top 15.
Well, it depends what rankings you're looking at. Are you looking at in the Hook rankings?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not on the Hook rankings. No.
What are you looking at? Which ones?
No, it's the U.S. Arm Fighter ones. I'm not on there, but I was trying to say that they have a top 20, but it's has like asterisks next to them. So basically, like I'm in the running. Basically, like if it's pointless to say. It's pointless to say.
I got it.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is that if they had a top 20, I would be top 20. That's all I'm trying to say. But it's kind of pointless to say.
All right, can you see my screen?
Yeah. Yes, you see, look, so
this is okay. So this is
so look, you see how it has top 15 Roman, and then at the bottom Sam.
Yeah.
But you see how Cody Wood, and then David and Justin. So they're not. They're just like, that's kind of like they've just been recognized. They're not ranked in the top 15. They're just recognized by the league. Like they've been competing in, like they've been doing well basically in that category.
They're like runner ups almost like.
Right. So that would make, so for example, if you were to take that, the guy Justin would be 18 in the USA, number 18, right?
Yeah.
So I was talking with the administrator, and I'm not trying to put him on the spot or anything like that. He was just saying like if there was a top 20 asterisk, like you would be in the top 20 based upon your performance at IFA Nationals.
That's cool. So how do you
there
think
is no top, but there is no top 20.
How do you think you would do against these 15 and 14, 13, like these guys right here?
So I've pulled Sam, I've pulled Joe, I've pulled Kalen. So it's funny, I lost to Sam. I've never pulled Kalen or Joel in a competition, but I've pulled them in like side table training. Like, I felt pretty good with both of them. Kalen's super strong. I would love a match with Kalen. I think I'm about around Kalen's level. Okay. I think. Yeah. It's really hard to say, bro, because I honestly think that Sam Taylor kid could beat, like he's like number 8, bro. Like, or number 10.
Wow.
I like that. Like he's not properly ranked, bro. Like, cause he actually has wins on Kevin Palco, actually.
Oh damn.
Yeah. It's weird how he's ranked like so low. It blows my mind.
So where would you go after? So like, as far as your future plans after Joseph, where are you headed? Let's say you win against Joseph. Where are you headed?
Win against Joseph, right?
I mean, that's the goal, right?
Wouldn't that be crazy? Nah, I'm not. Yeah. So that's the goal, right? That's the ultimate goal.
Yeah. I don't think it's that far fetched.
Let me see. I don't know. I had to get that. I'm trying to get that win back from Joseph. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's really hard to say
because we don't know where Joseph is really in that rankings. He could be maybe at Palco's level. We just don't know.
Right. And this might be good for both of us, because like we're both kind of like on that side, West Coast. Like we're not really in contact with all the guys that are ranked. Most of them are like East Coast, But I don't think Joseph has ever pulled any of the ranked arm wrestlers. I'm not saying this in a way like he couldn't, like he probably would smash a lot of those guys. But he ever arm wrestled anybody like in
He
the?
got flashed by Alan Fisher.
Oh, yeah, right. But he's heavier. He's actually ranked at 72. He's
Okay.
number 4. He's like number 4 or like 3 or something at like at the just the next one up.
Okay. Oh, 172. Okay. What
Yeah.
about Will? What weight is Will at?
He's 165. That dude.
That
Dude,
guy's
I would like.
badass. That guy's
Did
so
they
good.
pull? Did they pull at King Cali?
Will? Yeah. Joseph beat him twice. I mean, but I mean,
What?
Will is good. He's strong.
Dude, I forgot, man. And a lot of it's styles, bro. A lot of it's styles. Because my style's not good against Will. It's not good at all.
How does Will pull?
He could do everything. He could hook. He could top roll. He could press. But when I say hook, like it's different because Joseph is like a committed hook. Like that's his main move. Whereas like Will has like a super strong hook for a top puller, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's taller than me. He's like 6'1" or 6'2".
Yeah.
And
So at 22, King of Cali. So Will Klingman, he lost against
yeah,
Joseph twice, and he
he
lost
got me.
against you as well, right?
No. He actually beat me actually.
Oh,
Or did
this
I?
is wrong. Let's not fix that then.
Oh, no, you know what's funny? He actually beat me, but it was one of those things where he was out of the tournament and then we pulled for no reason and he beat me.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. It was like he lost to Joseph and then he lost to Kane Fontecchio on fouls. And then like somehow he like pulled Joseph again or something, or like I
Did
don't know, man.
Joseph pull multiple classes?
Yeah, Joseph pulled 2 categories. Well, 4
Oh.
classes, if you count left and right. He pulled 2 categories, both arms. Because Joe, he said he came to pull Alan Fisher and me. Apparently, he's probably just saying that to butter me up, but it really is Alan Fisher.
He's really good at buttering
really,
people up.
Really, it was Alan Fisher. He came to pull Alan, but Alan's not 155. Alan's 165 pounds every day of his life, bro. Like he lives and breathes. He owns the 165 category, like out here in California, but he can't make 54. I'm not saying he can't, but he had no desire to make 55 or 150 for that matter. Because Joe Poole, I don't know how Joe did it, but it was 0 to 150 even, and then it was 151 to 165. Then it was like 166 to like 185 and 180. You know how it goes. But yeah, Joe Poole, like I was saying earlier, he pulled his category, the 0 to 150, smashed everybody, like not even tested, and then he pulled the 165 where like he kind of was like tested a little bit, I guess you could say, not really so much. In my opinion, he really he should have won. Damn. Oh man. Yeah, there was so much stuff going on, bro. Like it. Damn, I don't want to say it. It was like kind of controversial, I guess you could say.
What do you mean?
Like he was just blasting everybody, beating everybody like that, and the way he lost on fouls is questionable. Like nobody pinned him. He lost on fouls, and it was kind of questionable. I'll be honest, I might get some flack for saying that. The people that were involved with the match, might. But yeah, Joe ended up losing on fouls, and he ended up taking 3rd place that day.
Yeah, so I think when I looked at the match, there was some weird foul. And I'm like, how's that a foul? And then he lost that match.
Yeah. And I hate to. Damn, bro, I'm probably gonna get heck of flack, but I'm not trying to say take any wins from anybody or nothing. I like to analyze things how you really visually see it, and that's really what happened. Was that he lost on fouls, and it was kind of faulty the way he lost on fouls,
Yeah.
And so now that costed him getting second to Allen, because Allen actually beat him him and Allen, and Allen got him on the go really quick. and then Joe came back from the B side, like just beating everybody like that. He ended up beating me in the semifinals. So in that match that you saw with us, I ended up taking fourth. The loser got fourth
Okay.
in that particular match, and then I got so Alan Fisher does the arm wrestle left-handed. So left-handed, it was I think the guy that it was some dude, I think forget his name, but I was in the top 3 left, but not right. Joe got me, fucking bumped me out of the right. Yeah, man, it was a super awesome tournament. We kind of segued a little bit, but yeah, I think if he pulled any one of those guys, we're talking about him and Isaac. That's
Isaac Luna, right?
yeah, Isaac, and it's hard to say. It's hard to say because we don't know where Joe's at. And we've seen Isaac. He's had wars with some of the best in the country.
Mhm.
At 155. So it's hard to say. I think left-handed. I think Isaac would win convincingly, but I think right-handed.
Oh yeah, left hand Joseph's got a lot to catch up on.
But it's like I think right-handed. It's like it could be a toss. Like it's hard to say because the way Isaac hooks, it's not like it's more of like a pro. It's almost like a pronated hook.
Yeah. When I gripped up with Luna at the after pool in Colorado, and I was like, hey, I just want to like relate, kind of get a reference point for Joseph, because like I have Joseph in my head like he's here or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, just give me something, and I'm like, oh shit, like he's pretty close. It's just the difference. Like when you grip up with Joseph, he's like he feels like very very kind of twitchy and very dense, like from how he pulls. I was describe it. Or it's Luna feels like almost softer, like he's kind of like a softer hand, but it's very, very well connected.
Right. Yes, I think like the difference between them is like a lot of it is like their ability to Luna doesn't hold on as much as Joe does.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the like, and I say this, the reason why I'm stumbling because it's so hard to say because Joe could have very well be a different arm wrestler. I'm saying from my understanding. I know you practice with Joe very frequently, and so and I'm not asking for any tips or anything. I'm just saying like from what I felt, it was like Joe would like hold on more than Isaac would. Whereas like Isaac he would kind of like float his hand a little bit,
And you did bust back Joe's hand pretty easily. Before, I think you would kind of foul out in the back of the pad, but his hand would be like right here.
Yeah, and a lot of it's his massive side pressure.
He's just too strong for his hand, I think.
Right, exactly. It wasn't obviously like some of it was my pressure, of course, but I'm saying a lot of it was him hitting himself out of position. Not so much hitting himself out of position, but like I guess you could say compromising his wrist a little bit because his side pressure is so fucking strong. It's so damn strong. There was like I had a tight, not so much of a tight angle. Obviously, my arm was held, but a tight enough angle to where like it got himself out of position like that. Yeah,
you were able to kind of hold his side pressure, which is, that's pretty damn good. But we'll see. I'm not gonna. Don't reveal too much, but are you training a specific way to kind of counter a specific thing, or just maintaining up until the match?
I'm not gonna lie. If I'm being completely honest, without revealing a lot too much, I'm just maintaining mostly because it's not any secret that the way I arm wrestle targets that way, anyways. Yeah,
you're gonna top roll. He's gonna hook. Spoiler. It's the same shit.
Yeah. So it's like I'm not gonna change. Nothing. You're definitely not gonna see me jumping in a press or anything. I'll tell you that. Or dude, it's so exciting though. It's so exciting because from what I've seen, it's like his power looks. His power is scary, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean,
That's
yeah,
so
I mean,
it's so crazy.
he's got some like some parts that are kind of like the chinks in his armor, but he knows it. So, but
Yeah.
to kind of conclude this whole thing, I mean, what are your future plans? What are your future tournaments? Are you just gonna have a series of super matches, just kind of to see where you're at in this rankings?
So to bring it all full circle is that before the match with Joe, I have California State and then
That's
King
in
of Cali.
January. That's in January, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's in January. King of Cali is in
Okay.
January as well. I don't. It's crazy how they were able to swing California State and King of Cali both in January, but they did. So King California State Fit Expo is 14th
Mhm.
of January, and then King of Cali is like the 28th or 29th of January
Okay.
or something like that. Uh, but honestly, I probably won't go the King of Cali, but I was just saying that's what's coming up because uh, I probably end up won't I'll probably be there, but I probably won't compete. Probably I might
Is
just
that
be
a
there just
how far is that from you, like distance wise?
um same. I was telling you, it's like 7 hours. Same.
Damn, dude, 7 hours.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I take the train, bro.
The train, how is it like? I
So
don't
it's
think
like
I've taken a
nine.
train over there.
It's like 9 hours on the train.
God damn.
It's just nice. I'm not gonna lie. You're just sitting. You're just fucking
Just
sleeping.
just chilling.
Just sleeping all day. Just they got drinks on the bus. I'm not bus. What the hell? On the train, they got drinks. They got food you could buy. All
That's not
stuff.
bad at all.
You're basically just sitting there. You know. I mean, would you rather that or drive? Or I mean, you could fly. You could fly too.
Yeah.
You know.
And then you're planning on still maintaining around 160 or so. Are you ever gonna get? Are you trying to actively trying to gain some weight over time?
No, I the heaviest I'll get is 166, 160, like 165 is pretty heavy for me, like in terms of the way I maintain, you know,
Mhm.
like for me it's gotten to a point where like 165, 166, like that feels really big for me, you know, because that I guess I don't know, like it's targeted differently now, you know, because when I started
Yeah.
pulling, I was like 158, 155. And then I just slowly added like I guess a little bit of muscle mass, I guess. But I'll never really be over 165, 166.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got to 175, but that was when I didn't work. So I work a lot now. So my job schedule, it kind of like I cut weight super easy. Like
Do you
because
do
I'm
like a kind of like a manual labor job where you?
yeah, I do construction. I'm like always
Oh, okay.
or picking up fucking shit, just sweating bullets, bro. You know, like it kind of sucks. Like I'll be like 165, like in the or 164 in the morning, something like that. And then when I get back from work, I'll be like 160 or like 159,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah. I work at
It's
a
crazy.
concrete plant, so I know how you feel. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't do the actual manual labor part, but
yeah,
I see the guys sweating bullets and just shoving burritos down their throats like during lunch, just getting all that
bro.
calorie back.
Yeah. So I'll jump from 159, like 160, like 163, you know, in that like 6 pound ratio. Yeah. Me and Joe didn't really like it's not too late to I guess you could say to put a cap on or something like that, but we didn't really talk about weight too much. I'm not gonna be over 165. We could I could talk to Joe about it. We could easily cap it at 165. I know he
I don't think he would care. Honestly,
yeah.
if he came in at 180, I don't think he'd care.
No, I ain't coming in at 180, but yeah, no. I know he can't get heavy, huh?
He can, like
He's
he
like
can even if he force feeds, he just can't get
he
heavier. I mean, it's not a
well,
bad thing.
what's heavy? Like what's heavy for him?
Shoot, man. Last time I think he said he was 150. So I think 160
Yeah,
for him would be fat. I don't know though, man. All his
yeah,
family members are all jacked just like that.
that's crazy, dude. Damn, yeah. I could make 154 super easy. But for me, 154 is more of like for Arnold. So for example, this March I'll cut to 155 for Arnold's,
Okay.
but I'm not gonna cut. I'd never cut for anything like local or anything. Like if
Yeah.
you know what I mean, you know what I mean, right? Like
Yeah, you want to test yourself. I mean, at a local tournament, you might as well just go to a big practice and test yourself that way.
yeah.
All right, Caleb.
And,
I mean, what is your
100%.
final parting words? I appreciate your time.
Just check me out on Instagram, Caleb Armbender 209. On all TikTok it's Caleb Armbender, Facebook Caleb Armbender, YouTube Caleb
And
Armbender.
I'll put your YouTube in the description as well.
Yeah.
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 You got to build that YouTube up, man. That's how
Yeah,
people
yeah.
get seen and people get heard nowadays, especially with
Yeah.
arm wrestling, the way it's going.
Yeah. That's what I'll last thing I'll say is that I'm gonna have a response video within like 5 days. Not me and Joe already said we're not really gonna be stalking shit like, but we're gonna be building the hype. You know what I mean?
You have to.
Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna have a maybe because I have practice tomorrow. So maybe I'll record like a funny little like a response video or something like that. Other than that,
Yeah,
we gotta hype this shit up, bro. I'm trying to trying to get more eyes on the sport. Me and him both have a decent following, so
absolutely. And I mean, the fact that you're willing to travel all the way over here, I mean, says a lot about where you want to go in the sport as well.
Oh yeah. Hey, one last thing. We could record, right? The matches.
Yeah. So the plan is anyone can record, on your phone. There won't be any restrictions.
For Insta, me, I just to get one to post.
I'll just record. I'll pay like a videographer to record everything because I don't want to do it myself. I want to just enjoy the event. We're not going to do a live thing because I feel like every time I've done a live and like a videographer type of thing, it almost kind of like messes up. You get like less eyes on the actual video where you spend a lot of time editing it. Right. So it kind of like waters down the final product.
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. I could see that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, bro. I'm 100% down. We'll definitely. I'm definitely gonna get back to you on that on Casey. He said
let me know. And if anybody else volunteers, I mean, we have plenty of people here for them.
Yeah.
Alrighty, man.
All right, bro. Expect a response video. You guys expect that.
Sweet, man. Hey, I appreciate your time, Caleb. All right, brother.
Yeah, you too.